Don. Go!
I think I just started recording just before you said fan, so I think they don't understand.
That Stories is a porno actor?
No, that you were saying Fandango.
Oh, so I just said go?
Huh?
Out of nowhere?
No, you went Dong, go, and they were like,
Oh, they know what I'm
Let's-
talking about when I say Don, go.
I hope they do. Well, we don't have stories here today, because
He's off shooting a porno.
that too, but he's also got school stuff to do, and yeah.
That's a lie.
So do I, but you know, I care more about YouTube.
Yeah, you see, but you're not shooting a porno, that's the difference.
Yeah, it is. But, you know, so, let's just begin. And where better to begin than Monday Night Raw?
Ouch.
Did you watch Raw last night?
I watched the first half of it.
So...
I watched up to Daniel Bryan's and Kane's match.
Okay, wait just a second. What? I'll
What are you throwing
be
at?
right. I'll be right back. You entertain for a second.
Watch me dance. Da 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 da. Wait. How does the Fandango song go? Dun 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 dun. No, that's not how it goes. Give me 1 second. Da no. Somebody Fandango with me. Come on. I don't know. Fandango. Wait a second. Fandango. Yeah, you're gonna Fandango. Let's go. Right now. Come on. Fandango with me right now. Come on, people. I need to see the Fandangles with me. Do it now. Before the moon wanes.
You know what? Wait. Hello?
Oh, okay.
Okay, how about we just...
I tried to entertain the best I could.
Alright, what we'll do is we'll just like cut that out and we'll start again. Because we didn't go any
No.
far.
We need that.
What did you even do?
I played them the Fandango song and I danced.
Fair enough.
That's
Okay.
all you need.
Right. Well, okay. So, did you hear about the massive kick in the balls that is, once again, Brock Lesnar versus
Oh yeah.
H?
Triple H. Steel cage.
It's not Triple H. It's Triple H. One last time. Okay.
An Extreme Rules. The Steel Cage.
Okay. So we're gonna see that match, and we are all going to cry, as things do not get better, because it's Cena and right back.
Hey, Bret Hart gave it a 10 again. Just saying.
Oh god. But no, so yeah. No CM Punk. Daniel Bryan's in a tag team. What else are we gonna do?
Hey, this Cena Ryback one doesn't.
That
It's
doesn't.
not that bad.
It doesn't bother me. Yeah, it's good. But I just don't. This is the thing. Ryback's was starting to get to that level of Cena, so they thought, oh no, we can't have that. Turn him heel. This is rude. But like, you turn him heel, and of course I made my video about this yesterday. You turn him heel, and now you're just gonna be like, yeah, let's make him job to Cena.
Ouch. Yeah, we know he's not gonna win though. Come on, if he pulls off the win, that'd be big. But we know he's not gonna win. But
Yeah.
it's something fresh, I guess, because we haven't seen these two guys like go at it in a straight feud like that.
Yeah,
We've seen them before already.
I hope it doesn't end with a clean finish. I hope something happens, because we cannot just go with that. Just the crappy finish.
It's gonna be like the Batista John Cena stuff all over again.
Oh god.
Oh
But-
dear God.
But no, I mean, I
But
like
I'm
Ryback.
liking Ryback.
And the thing is this is what I don't understand. He had all the feed me more chants after he turned heel, but straight after that they're like, no, stop that. You can't have the crowd chanting for you, because they know that the crowd will chant for him, and then people will get confused and just keep on cheering him. So they need him to get booed. They can't just have it that way. So obviously that is what they were pulling with the Shield. Well, I don't understand who the Shield are feuding with anymore.
They're feuding with the whole WWE roster. That's who they're feuding with.
Makes
They're
sense.
gonna end up feuding with Daniel Bryan and Kane. That's the titles are gonna go on the Shield.
You know what? I think they're actually going to be feuding with Scum and Aces and Eights.
Oh, yeah. They're gonna be doing that. Shit, they're gonna invade Impact soon. Watch out. Watch on your TV with that.
They'll invade Impact, but you know when they come into the stadium, if they're not onto if the crowd doesn't make enough noise for the soundometer, they're not getting their push. No.
Ouch. Ouch. You're mean.
Talking about Impact, I mean, people gave that TLC match, or Full Metal Mayhem, or Mayhem, as Jeff Hardy called it. They called it bad, but like, except from a few things that looked really bad, it was actually a pretty decent match.
I saw a portion of it. It was there. You know,
and people will think, oh well, the TLC matches at WrestleMania 17 were good, and it's like, well, yeah, that was what 13? Well, not 13. It was how many years ago was that?
12 years ago.
Yeah, and then not only that is like you know, you only have two guys in there, but you know you don't have Edge, you don't have Christian, you don't have Matt Hardy, so you can't expect it to be anywhere near as good. And it was still, you know, it was good for building storylines, and the finish wasn't bad. The finish was good. Like that would be a kind of finish that people should like, but people just don't like. It's something big happens now, and people just don't like it because it's not up to what wrestling gives nowadays.
Well, it's what they've seen already, so they just don't want. They don't like it. So if let's say someone's watching it brand new, and they never seen it, they'll love the finish. But if it's someone who's already seen it over and over and over and over and over again, they'll go like, it's same old crap. I really don't care.
Yeah. Speaking of same old crap, John Cena.
Hey, it's wrestling. Wrestling is recycled just like everything else in the world.
Yeah.
I just recently watched Scary Movie 5. It's the same thing as the other ones. Like the same jokes, the same everything. It's all just recycled into a new form.
Yeah.
And that's everything nowadays.
And I mean, like, things can still be entertaining. I mean, like, I guess we have to talk about that amazing Raw crowd, which,
oh yeah, they were very, very good. That right there was amazing.
The start of the show, I was starting to think they were just trying to copy Miami from last year, and then they became better than Miami.
Oh yeah, and they didn't have no big surprises like last year. They had Ryback turning heel, but other than that,
I mean,
there's nothing there.
We got a few good pops. I mean, the Ziggler pop was just amazing.
It was, man. I haven't heard a crowd chant for the Money in the Bank guy like that in a while.
And I mean, well, there was also a good pop for when the Shield came after the Undertaker, which I thought I was hoping Undertaker was going to stay around for a while, but I guessing he's not. You know,
he's gonna be back next week.
Is he?
Yeah, he's got a match against the Shield. Him, Bryan, and Kane against the Shield.
Is that going to be on TV, or is that just for the house shows?
It's going to be on TV on Raw. But I think they're going to end up doing something where Undertaker gets taken out, and that way they build up to a match with Daniel Bryan and Kane at Extreme Rules.
Yeah, and then, I mean, it's hard to see, it's kind of easy to see where they go with it. Shield get the tag team titles, Daniel Bryan and Kane go their separate ways, whether that's with a feud or not, I don't know, because I don't think they want to turn Daniel Bryan heel. They obviously don't want to turn Kane heel. So I'm guessing.
So it's just the perfect way, yeah.
I'm guessing it's going to be they're just going to go, no, let's not be a tag team.
I'm surprised they won at WrestleMania, though.
I wasn't, because I don't think Ziggler and Big E should have ever had the tag team championships.
No, I'm surprised that the Shield won at WrestleMania.
Oh, the Shield. I'm not. I mean, I was surprised in a way, but I was also not surprised because it was the better idea. I'm just surprised that WB took the better idea for once.
Yeah, that's why you're surprised a little bit. Like, what? They did it? Oh, dear God.
But, you know, that's
Big's pretty impressive.
It's a really good thing. So, I mean, WrestleMania was good, but it was just not WrestleMania.
It wasn't great. It was good, yeah. I'll give you that much.
It felt like a above average pay-per-view. Normal pay-per-view.
4 hours.
Not a WrestleMania pay-per-view.
You know what I'm happy, though? I'm happy they took off that Tons of Funk match. That would have been a real letdown for me.
But I think that would have been good because you would have got just a bit of a breather because they gave us, 4 big matches.
A little dance thing, man. It's a little dance thing, and I'm like, no, WrestleMania's not supposed to. You know, they gave P. Diddy a friggin' little concert out there.
I don't get the little concert.
That was useless.
If they're going to give concerts, they may as well have someone good. I like them having Living Colour for Punk's entrance.
No, but this was just a concert. This wasn't an entrance for no one or anything. This was just a little concert. The Living Colour one was they were introducing CM Punk. That makes sense, but having just like that, And no divas around neither. What the fuck?
Yeah, they should have had a Divas match.
It's like I don't know, man. It's supposed to be WrestleMania. It's supposed to be I guess. Well, I guess it's entertainment, some form of entertainment within that concert. But really, I found that concert stupid and
They
pointless.
seem to drop a lot of things. Like normally have a Divas match, normally have backstage segments, and normally they have big entrances. But they didn't seem to have any of that. They had a couple of big entrances, but not much.
Yeah, usually where they have the segments, they've put their little Be a Star stuff or the Hurricane Relief thing or anything like that. And I was like, this is just, I don't want to see this. It's too much crap. Let's just show us the silliness of wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Show us seeing Zack Ryder doing something weird. How about some Gangnam Style or some Call Me Maybe? I don't know. Do something like that, Zack Ryder.
I don't think we'd see Zack Ryder's acting weird. It'd probably be like Yoshitatsu or the Great Khali or Hornswoggle.
Hey, Zack Ryder sang, what's it called, Friday at a WrestleMania.
Yeah, but that was just before his push came.
That's the second biggest moment of his. That's the second biggest WrestleMania moment he's ever had. The first one is getting kicked in the nuts by Eve. Come on.
Oh, no, the first one was getting chokeslammed by the Undertaker off the apron onto Kurt Hawkins.
Ouch.
Ouch. If you get chokeslammed by the Undertaker, that is your WrestleMania moment.
Ouch. Undertaker. Oh no, you get tombstone by Kane in a chicken suit. That's your WrestleMania moment.
But you've really got to think about like how, in the whole, how do I put this? In the whole of WrestleMania, right? You can almost predict the matches because you knew in the main events that the faces were going to go over. I mean, obviously Cena, Rock were both faces. But then you also knew that in the mid-card, just so they could balance it out, the heels would go over. So Fandango, Mark Henry. And then you had, the faces, Cena, Taker, Del Rio.
You knew Cena, Taker, and what's his name, would win, and Triple H would win. Yeah. That was no surprise. People were already telling, like, from like a couple months ahead, oh, these are going to win. You were like, oh.
I'm pretty sure, I was pretty sure Del Rio was going to win after the whole Swagger thing.
See, I was interested in that one, one of the most.
I was interested in that, and I was also interested in the Fandango Chris Jericho match, and I enjoyed the Fandango Chris Jericho match. And you know what? I liked the Del Rio Swagger match, but it just seemed to go really short for some reason.
Probably because and they cut off his entrance as well too.
Yeah, but
they cut off Swagger's.
I mean, that was time constraint. They had so many time constraints for a 4-hour show. I mean, I was just
4-hour show, yeah.
I was just thinking they could have included the Tons of Funk match if they'd just taken 5 minutes each off of Rock, Cena, and Triple H, Brock Lesnar. Because would we really have missed 5 minutes?
Brock Lesnar was bad.
It was okay. It was too long.
It wasn't no SummerSlam.
No,
I'm just saying, man.
It just
at that.
It was weird. It should have been better. Like Punk Taker was definitely the best match on the card, no doubt. Like I mean, I know people will say that, like just thinking because. What? Wait a second.
Oh, that Rock Cena match was alright.
Sorry.
That Rock Cena match had, I think, a little bit more like moments, like that Punk and Taker match, I guess, was a better wrestling match, but I think the one that gave me better ahs and whoa, he just kicked out. Oh my. There's no way he's going to do it again. There's no way he's going for that people's elbow again. Then The Rock just gets up and Cena goes like, I know this. You can't see me.
Yeah.
That right there was...
That was definitely the really good bit that I liked. Definitely really
they gave something nice, man.
Yeah, but I mean...
And then The Rock bottom on The Rock?
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of good moments. It was just... I don't know. For some reason, I just didn't like the show that much. It was a bit of a weird one for me. Like, I liked it in it, but it was just not WrestleMania for me. It just didn't...
It wasn't the same WrestleMania from last year.
It was definitely better than 27. I can say that much. Although, I think...
Everything was better than 27, man. Everything was better than 27.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can really...
It's funny. You had an epic theme song for that one, and you lay a bad show.
Do you really think there's a WrestleMania worse than 27? I really don't think so.
I don't know. I've heard some stuff about the earlier ones. I haven't seen them though, but I've heard some earlier ones were terrible.
But then they were good. Back then
they were good.
They might not be considered good now, just because because we're used to a certain standard.
See, I think 1, 2, 3 were pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, like it just was. Obviously, it was different. because it wasn't what we're used to. Because obviously we're all used to, the Undertaker and whatever else. But back then it wasn't, all about. It was about Hogan and Andre the Giant, and obviously those guys aren't the most entertaining wrestlers ever, which could be a bit of an understatement for some of them, to be honest. Like, Hulk Hogan is, to be honest, compared to a lot of people today, is abysmal, probably, you would have to say.
Yeah, but the guy was, the huge guy that got money. He's the John Cena, Come on, that's John Cena.
Even John Cena's a better wrestler than Hulk Hogan.
Oh, ouch.
Which is true, though, because it's just, I would rather watch a Cena match. Cena can be entertaining, that's the thing. Like, with do you guys want a heel turn?
Ouch. That was pretty funny right there, John Cena.
I didn't like that.
And people need to accept it. He's never turning heel.
Yeah.
They need to accept it, and he seemed like a genuinely nice guy, so it would be pretty tough probably for him to do a heel turn. He's probably done it before as a rapper, but you can't go back to the rapping thing. It's not evolving. You're just devolving back to what you started.
What he needs isn't a heel turn. It's just a change of character in some kind of way, so that he's not the same guy the whole time. Because that's what people really people always say. Oh, we want a heel turn. What they really want to see is just him be different. He doesn't exactly need to be a heel turn because that's not going to work for them. If they can keep him fan favorite, that's fine. But I think they should have kept Ryback as a face because he could have taken Cena's spot and allowed Cena to do something else. Because after a while, like, the fan favorite isn't always going to be the fan favorite. One day someone's going to take over from him.
But somehow he's still pulling off all this money. So I guess until they see that it's not, until he can't pull that much money anymore, they're going to think about, okay, maybe it's time for a change. But he's still pulling the same amount of money for them. He is their biggest money guy. So why not? Why not keep him the same way? If it's not broken, don't fix it for them. That's how they think, and that's how they'll keep thinking.
I'm just looking at the WWE roster on the website right now, and I'm just gonna name people, and you're gonna tell me like when the last time you saw them, and also if you think you're ever going to see them again. Alex Riley.
Last time I saw him was on YouTube in an interview for WrestleMania, and they were telling him what happened to your push. He was like, I don't know, man. Things just happen. I wasn't up to game. Hopefully, I'll be here next WrestleMania though.
Cena didn't like him,
and we'll see him again. Yeah, I know. I don't think we'll ever see him again. Maybe just on one of those moments where he gets beaten up, like by Big Show. But as a big push again, I don't
never know,
get a push like that again.
They maybe give him like 3 years without doing something, and if he stays there and takes it, they might give it to him because he was okay.
Well, look at Kofi. Kofi got that push, and then he did something wrong with Orton, and look at where he's at now. Yeah, he won the U.S. Championship, but what's that really? Come on.
Bo Dallas.
I fucking hate the guy.
What happened to him? Like, Wade Barrett had a feud? Yeah, but
it's because people hated him, that's why. He's like I don't know, there's something about him that just makes you want to hate him.
Yeah, I mean, the only way I could see him coming back is if he comes back with Husky Harris, Bray Wyatt.
I just don't like Bo Dallas. Let's move on.
But I really want to see Bray Wyatt up in the roster with his, I can't remember what they're called, but his group, they're really good.
His little family, his little group, gotcha.
We see this guy on TV just about every week, but we don't see him in the ring or anything, Brad Maddox.
I don't think he'll...
Is he meant to be a wrestler, or is he just meant to be a personality?
I think he's meant to be a personality, but he might have matches where he just loses, but he might have those moments, but I think he's just a personality.
Okay.
And he's a good personality. Let him keep doing what he's doing.
Camacho. He comes along Hunico, so I won't mention Hunico, but no, I think they just didn't work out. I'm pretty sure Hunico got a suspension for something, and they're just never going to do anything. They'll get released eventually.
Camacho, I don't think we will, man. I don't know. I don't think we will ever see him again.
Well, there's Christian, but he's injured, so he's might be coming back soon.
He's back. He can come back, but they just don't have any storylines for him right now.
I'm wondering if people are even going to remember who he is when he comes back.
Christian, I still will remember. The older fans will remember. The older people will remember. But I don't know about the little kids. But I hope he comes back, and I hope they do something good with him, or I hope he starts helping the younger guys out. Yeah. Because he's really good at what he does.
He can do the same as Chris Jericho can do.
Yeah, so I'm hoping he's able to come back and still have a little bit of a run with them, and not just leave. Because some people just do that. They come back, and then they realize there's nothing there for them, and then when their contract is up, they just leave. Because I'd rather have them in WWE.
And then here's a guy I wish got a little bit more of a run. Like, I'd just like to see him in Intercontinental or US title matches. Kurt Hawkins.
Kurt Hawkins, man.
I think the guy's kind of talented, to be honest.
He's talented. He's talented, but will we see him in the ring? Besides superstars.
Okay. David Otunga, let's just skip that one. We know exactly why he isn't on TV.
Oh, why?
Because it's just completely bad.
Ouch!
And too oily.
He went that's the face of Johnson & Johnson's baby oil.
Now, this guy's injured, but I like to see him put in a tag team when he gets back. Evan Bourne.
Evan Bourne, I hear Stephanie's a big fan of him.
You know, this is the thing. I know that, what do you call it? I know that they've put Park, and he's known as, what is he known as down there? In
Adam something.
Adrian Neville or something, that's it.
I thought it was, Adrian, I thought it was something Adam.
I think it is, weird. Maybe not. But yeah, I know he's with a tag team with a guy called Oliver Gray down there, but if Oliver Gray was not to come up, you could put him with Evan Bourne, because they can do so many high-flying moves.
They could. But you think they really want that? Come on now.
I'm not sure.
Evan Bourne I was liked, though, by Stephanie, but not everyone else.
Then we got Ezekiel Jackson.
Nope. They got Big E. Langston. Why put Ezekiel? You know, I like the guy, I really do.
I prefer Big E. Langston, I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, but Big E's younger, and he has Ziggler for him to talk and AJ, so
yeah,
it works perfectly for them.
Okay. Brooklyn, JTG.
Dude, I love the guy, I love him, but I don't know, I think he just doesn't go in the mic very well that much.
Yeah.
If he would bring back his little thug thing with Chad from Crime Time, yeah, but not without Chad. He's one of those guys that needs that tag team partner with him.
Yeah, okay. No, they're all on the main roster. Michael McGillicuddy, yeah, I really hope that guy gets
that guy's a beast, but you've been endorsed by Triple H and The Rock, and you're still not on TV yet, so...
I'm pretty sure he trains with Brock Lesnar as well. I mean, what more endorsement could this guy get?
There's still nothing there, so I don't. You know, if you can't get on TV with Triple H and The Rock and Brock Lesnar's endorsement, shit, you're fucked.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, I think if he puts a little more emotion into what he does and does, you know, some of the Roman Reigns screams, I think he could do something good.
Yeah, but he doesn't come well off with the fans for some reason. I don't know. Or
I think he could, because he's been gone for so long. He could come out, and if you just give him something, you say he's Mr. Perfect Son, he'll get something.
You've said that already, and they didn't like it. I like the guy though. He looks nice.
But then that was when he was a heel. I'd like to see him try as a face. I think he could get over as a face.
Ouch. That's what I wanted to see from Drew McIntyre, but now he's just ridiculous.
Where else?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sin Cara's been injured. I mean,
Sin Cara's been a Sin Botcha. That's enough.
Yeah, I just.
He'll still be on TV, but
I'd love to see them bring in another luchador, just so that we could actually have a luchador to replace Rey Mysterio, just so we can get that feeling.
Oh yeah, but that was supposed to be Rey's replacement. Nothing. You know, look at that.
Yeah. Ted DiBiase, that guy could have been used well.
See, I thought when he came back from his injury, he was gonna get a push, but no, he's back from his injury and he's not getting anything. So I was thinking to myself, what did he do to piss someone off back there? Because this guy's actually has the face and the look of a wrestler, and
I'm refusing to drop him from my storylines. He is a big role in my storylines.
And nobody wants to drop Ted DiBiase. He's got that money.
He's good.
He comes from cash. The ladies love him.
And I can't wait till this guy returns from injury, Tyson Kidd, because I actually think they might want to push him.
You would think they would, but
I think he is young, so let's actually look at what his age is, because I'm pretty sure he's pretty young, so they're just letting him have time.
I don't think so.
He could have some amazing matches with Dolph Ziggler. Oh, he's 32? Wow. He's 32. I thought he'd be in his 20s.
No, he's a little bit. He's been with the company for a while.
Yeah, I mean, but still, 32.
How long? 6 years? About 6? No, like 7? No, not 5 years. 4 years.
At 32, he could be there another. Yeah, Dolph Ziggler's the same age. That's pretty amazing. But yeah, no, they could both be there like another 15 years even. If you think about it.
But Kid's style is like more. I don't know the way but he's a good wrestler, so he could always adapt. So that's the thing about Kid.
Last one, William Regal.
I love the guy. He's trained so many good people. He's had his time already, so I don't think we'll see him again. I think the only way we'll see him is a commentator.
I'm pretty sure he's just left on the roster just so, like, if they need to, they can put him on to something else.
But you love Regal. The Regal's gonna be. He's training the young. He understands the way it goes. So that's cool.
Okay.
He's letting the young guys have his time.
Okay, yeah, and that's it. But yeah,
Forgot Braden Walker.
oh god.
Ah!
Just, I mean, why did they even ever sign him? He was so out of shape and everything.
Oh man, they had to. They wanted that pressure from the fans. You know, it's like you gotta sign him now. He came from TNA. You gotta sign him now. No, he was carried by James Storm.
Let's actually look on TNA's roster, see who they have that they don't use.
They have a lot of people, man.
Excluding the people that are either King Mo or won the gut check. I'm not gonna say them because obviously either if they're in the gut check they're down on LVW just getting their chance, because obviously people they're getting in the gut check aren't already ready. They need to have a little bit of time. That's why some of them stay, like Wes Briscoe, Joey Ryan, but most of them.
King Mo doesn't get a huge push or anything.
I don't even know if they're gonna use him because I thought he should have been.
Yeah, I hope they don't.
But man, they've had to cut down this roster a bit. But Rob Van Dam's still actually on the roster, which is a bit funny.
I thought he was released. Or I thought his contract was over.
It did, but they don't remove them until they actually make any movement. I don't know if it's they're lazy with their website or not. I think they just don't want to, just in case he does come and sign a contract. Or you remember how long it took Devon to sign a contract, so.
True that. But I think he'll be back to TNA.
I mean, looking through this roster, most of these people are getting used, which is surprising with TNA. Jesse Sorensen's still on that roster. I don't even know if he'll ever be back. Doug Williams.
Did he come back for once?
He came back for a promo.
Oh, okay.
Doug Williams is still on that roster, but he's technically a trainer in OVW and he just makes matches every now and again. Chris Sabin's coming back from injury soon. Dixie Carter said it on Twitter, but I forgot what it was when he was coming back. But yeah, he's coming back. That's really good because the X Division. Imagine an X Division with him, Kenny King, Zima Ion, P.E. Williams, who technically isn't in it, but he's going to be in another match, so he is pretty much in there. Possibly Jesse Sorensen, who has a different dimension to it. Christian York. You have so many different people to be in there. That's going to be amazing. And having Chris Sabin in there just adds that little bit of experience and that little bit of someone who's over with the fans. But yeah, let's actually we'll go through the gut check people, and we'll say if we think that they will actually do anything. Alex Silva.
Maybe.
I think maybe he could get over the fans. Christian York, he doesn't have a lot of time, but for right now, yeah, he could do well. Just not for long, but yeah, he can do okay right now.
High flying Tyler Rex.
Well, I guess. Those are two people that aren't actually being used. Gunner and Crimson.
The guy that I like what's the name?
Christian
York. He's actually pretty cool. He's pretty good in there, especially with the match with Jeff Hardy. I was really enjoying that one.
Two guys who are not being used right now. Crimson's down in OVW. Gunner, I have no idea where he is, but yeah, they're whatever they are.
Gunner, bad push, man. Bad push. Crimson was good though. I like Crimson.
I think they just don't have anything.
I just didn't like Gunner for some reason.
They just have too many big guys right now, so they don't want to push Crimson, which is fine. Just give him his time.
He's young, right?
Green. Yeah, he's young.
He's young. You can train him. You can figure out what's wrong with him and perfect whatever he needs help in, and that's pretty good for them right there.
I mean, technically he's still already in TNA, but Joey Ryan, I think we can all admit that he's going to be one of those guys that will last for years and years there, just doing what he does. I think.
How many sticks to Santino Morella?
He's a little bit like that, but then he can, because it's TNA, he can be more
serious.
You know, he can be more funny because he's not appealing to kids. He's actually funny to other people.
Oh, you dirty old pervert! I see what you're saying. You dirty perv.
He is funny though.
Lewis, you're a dirty pervert.
Okay, who else we got here? Rockstar Spud. I think he can be pretty decent. He's got a different look. He's something for the X Division, definitely.
We'll see what happens there.
Sam Shaw, I'm not sure about. He doesn't seem to be that over. His in-ring talent's okay, and I don't understand his ring attire. It just looks really indie.
This just makes you want to puke. Gotcha.
Yeah,
it's okay. You want to puke? It's okay.
And then Taylor Hendricks. I think
Taylor Hendricks. I love the girl.
This is surprising. Like, look at the Knockouts division. Excluding Taylor Hendricks, because obviously she's not doing much right now. You've got Taryn Terrell, Velvet Sky,
Terrence Terrell. Oh, God. Blah, blah.
Mickey James, ODB. Technically, you have Madison Rain, but she's pregnant or something, so she's not there.
Frego. Just
Uh,
delivering a baby.
and you have Gail Kim. So you have like 5 main knockouts. Surprising, but then you can.
do.
You have 5 main ones because you have Gail Kim, Velvet, Mickey James, Tara, and Taryn Terrell, and then, I mean, you can always use ODB when you need to. Madison Rain and Taylor Hendricks will be there when you need them as well, so. I mean, I guess that's good in them.
Yeah, it is. They have an actual deep division of knockouts, I guess. That's the good thing about them, that they have a deep division for the women's division. So I think they could just go to that. Like you could just build up anything when it comes to the divas, the knockouts right there. You could just go like, oh, she's getting a top shot because she's done this or that, this and that. You don't have to build up. They like in WWE, they have to pretty much build up every single diva if they ever really want to make up the divas division again.
And they never really do build them up. They don't really care about the divas, to be honest.
Yeah, like the only ones right now that are viable of a divas championship are who in WWE? There's only like 3. There's what's name. Well, the Bellas are 2 right there.
Yeah.
And Natalia, that's about it. And Layla. There's like 4 right there besides Caitlyn, because Caitlyn has the title, but 4 people that can really compete with it because they've been champion before.
In all fairness, I mean, AJ could probably she's probably the most popular woman there, and she could easily jump into that division and do well.
She could, but they haven't done it, and if they would have done it, if they were going to do it, they were already going to do it because of that popularity she had. That could have helped the Divas division out.
Yeah, they just don't care about the Divas division.
It's the sad part, though.
She's there to add an extra dimension to Dolph Ziggler, which is funny because it's like he almost doesn't need any more popularity.
He's got everything.
And I think the only reason they do that is because it means that Dolph can be kind of a cowardly champion and can kind of hide behind AJ and Langston, which I think makes sense. Because you can't have every champion just be this great big champion who defends against everyone, because you've had so many.
You can't have him be a Del Rio. Simple as that.
Especially if the world title, because Del Rio won it as a face, so then obviously he was like the big defending champion. And then and then you have guys like Big Show, Mark Henry, Randy Orton, Sheamus. They were the champions. So the last cowardly champion was Daniel Bryan. So obviously they needed to bring one of them in. But yeah. Speaking of,
I like Daniel Bryan as a coward.
I like Daniel Bryan as anything, to be honest. If he
does a good job with it.
If he wants to be the Dazzler, that's okay with me.
Even when he was the little nerd from NXT.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was so bad. And he needs to stick with that catchphrase. Once you go Bryan, there's no point in trying, because it works perfectly. Come on.
But speaking of Kofi Kingston winning the United States title, what do you think of that?
I just think they have nothing for him, man. I thought when they were gonna give him the interview spot, I thought he was gonna. I wanted him to go heel right there. I wanted to go like, I did this. He ended up saying I did it for the titles back home in America. I was hoping like he would just go heel right there or do something like that, turn on the fans. Because I think the only way to build up Kofi Kingston as a big time, I guess, face is to turn him heel, have him be all this bad guy. Then over time, eventually he'll turn face, and somehow he'll have more emotion from the fans than just this whole boom, boom, boom. Because that's all he really has to him.
Yeah,
that's about it.
And Antonio Cesaro, I really hope they just bring up Cassius Ohno and do Kings of Wrestling, because I don't see Cassius Ohno getting that over either.
No, I don't think so neither. See, I remember that's when someone told me they should have brought them up together instead of just Cesaro by himself, but they kind of dropped the ball. And unless they're like getting prepared for some big tag team little stuff over there in WWE.
See, that's the thing. Triple H actually wants to improve the tag team division, so hopefully we end up getting that.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully this all is just turning the start of something nice and beautiful.
You know what I mean?
But we'll see. I heard they wanted to call up Ono though.
Yeah, I also heard
Ono was one of the guys that wanted.
It was him.
And who else? That Wyatt,
and there was someone else.
No, Adam Pac.
Yeah, I think it was him actually.
It was him, yeah. And
because he was pretty much ready already. Because he came in, he could do all these moves. He was pretty much in WWE style. Like, it wasn't hard for him to transition. And also, he was like already had the physique for it. And I don't know what his mic
Yes.
skills were like. I'm actually pretty sure his mic skills weren't that great, but I guess with a high flyer you don't need them that much.
You never needed it. Just look at Evan Bourne.
I mean,
Ouch!
I mean, imagine like the tag team division they could have.
They could have a really good tag team division.
I don't know what they're doing with primetime players. That is not, like, that just seems really weird to me. They keep on jobbing them out to Team Hell No.
It's the Abraham Washington curse. Simple as that. It's the Kobe Bryant joke all over again. Kobe doesn't like him, so Kobe told him, "Hey, don't push him at all." Gotcha.
Nah, they seem to, I think WWE seems to like them. They always have them on inbox and everything.
They do, but it's just a moment, I guess. So right now, probably they're just paying their dues, and then eventually they'll be a tag team, a big tag team.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll see what happens with those guys.
Yeah, I mean,
But
I
they
remember
need that mic. They need that guy to talk for them on the mic, because when they talk, it just sounds pretty bad.
I actually like
Guys,
I like
O'Neal-
Tight Sonny on the mic.
I don't know, man. I don't like him. As a heel, okay, yeah, I understand. But if he would ever turn face, sounds pretty big and dummy. You know, he's a big dude, and if he's listening to this, I like you. Please don't hurt me and squish my balls, please. But I think they need that mic piece. And Abraham Washington was perfect for them, but he's no longer ever going to be with them again. But he's perfect for them.
Yeah, and I mean, they're really good. The whole I just think it's because they even get booed by the crowd and everything. I don't know why they don't want to use them. I'm guessing it's more just
Politics.
and just the fact that they don't actually like real tag teams.
It's probably just that now. They don't like real anything.
Yeah, but I mean, I used to love the tag teams, like, not so much on Raw, but I remember back on SmackDown when you had Kendrick in London, and then you had tag teams like the Mexicals, and you had so many different tag teams. I mean,
So that was SmackDown. SmackDown, that's what made SmackDown so...
SmackDown back then was amazing, because that was when Rey Mysterio was really cool, you had Batista, then you had Kurt Angle come in, and Mark Henry was actually on a good roll then, which is, like, Mark Henry's had a couple of good rolls, to be honest. But they've all
Mark Henry's been a pretty good guy, man.
They've all come later in his career, and he's done what he's needed to do. I don't know how I don't know how you want it to end his career though. It needs to end soon. Him, Kane, Big Show, Undertaker, Triple H, just to name a few guys. I mean, Chris Jericho, Christian, we can keep them for another 1, 2, even 3 years, depending, because they're still really in shape. They're still entertaining, and they actually they can put other people over without just completely ruining their character.
And they are willing to do it. It's not like they're not willing to do it. They're willing to put other people over.
That's the thing. I'm pretty sure those three would be willing to do it. It's just the fact that they just don't have. What was I going to say? Because they're such big guys, if you go and make them lose all the time, it's just not going to work, and no one's going to believe it.
So they got to win eventually, but they know when to lose and they know when to win. They know when it's the right time to lose and when it's the right time to win. So that's what makes them good, because they'll be like, "What pay-per-view is this? Oh, it's just a little small one. Okay, I'll let him beat me. I'll beat him at this pay-per-view. Then once we get to the bigger pay-per-view, he can beat me. Or once we put a little bit more to the matchup, we're more at stake, then he'll beat me there. But if it's just a regular match, I'll beat him. This and that. This and that."
Mm-hmm.
So they know how to do it. It's not like they're just gonna do it. Okay, you can beat me. There's nothing on the line. Whatever. It's just a small paper. You just beat me. But they know when and where, you know, and how to build somebody up, because they've been built up before and they know how it's done. So
speaking of not putting people over, when do you think Cena will? Who do you think he'll lose the title to, and when?
I think the only person I think he can lose it to is Punk. And I think it'll be after Punk comes back from his whole injury, and after this whole little storyline of him, because he just walked out, and I think it's just going to be the start of a storyline for Punk.
I think it's one, like, this is going to do two good things. First of all, it'll give Punk the chance to recover, which he obviously needs.
Yep.
Which will not only make him just better, but also it will just make him happier, because it is CM Punk. You do have to be a bit careful of that. But then also, it means if he's gone for just 3 months even, when he comes back,
make the people miss him.
Yeah, not only will he miss, but he'll be completely revitalized, and it'll be a nice return, and you'll actually have a bit. It'll be good to have had him gone for a little bit, because it will be good to have him back, and he'll be different. And
He'll be fresh. That's why he won't be the same guy crying and bitching about respect. He'll be fresh, and he'll be like, "Yeah, it's Punk. Punk's back. Yeah." You know, it's been a while too since you've had to build up for a returning wrestler. Because I remember the past, there was always those build-ups for someone who was returning, and those were the things that made it a little bit special. But now they really don't have that much. For guys who have to return.
Mm.
Like when Jericho was returning, I remember he was returning. You had this whole promo for him coming on, and you were like, when he came back, you were like, yeah, the first time. The second time was, yeah, but I didn't know he was coming back like that. And then the third time when he came back, you were like, whoa, he's back, but I would have liked to see a little bit more, like, just a build-up for his return.
See, would it not be surprising, like, we're all expecting Christian to just come back and be like, okay, and Wade Barrett's opponent, Christian, but, would it not be good for him to come back and, like, I don't want to say attack somebody, because if he attacks somebody, he has to be a heel, and I think it's better for him to be a face right now, like Jericho is, but,
But I think they're going to do what they did with him last year. Remember Cody Rhodes was the Intercontinental Champion?
Yeah.
He came back, I think, at No Way Out, took the title away from, like, I think that's what they're going to lean forward to. But maybe it just seems a little bit too much of a replay.
You know what would be cool with him? If they put him in a tag team with someone younger, because then it would, okay, it's a put together tag team, but it's a tag team that could actually not feel as put together and could work. As long as they have them going against people and putting other people over. But who would he go
Christian
with?
eventually turns.
Imagine him with Tyson Kidd.
That would be a nice one right there, but Tyson Kidd's out for a while. Canadian. He could tell him, I could teach you some stuff.
Christian can take the mic. Christian can take the mic, even though Tyson Kidd's not that bad on the mic. Tyson Kidd can take most of the brunt of the action, and Christian can come in and do what he needs to do. And then eventually, I would probably take Tyson Kidd turning, because obviously the younger guy always turns. And then it gives Christian the chance, because Christian, I think, just needs to be a face now. You know, I wish Christian had had his chance to have a 3-month title reign back with Randy Orton, but he just never did. But, you know, now we're where we are, and, you know, okay, it's sad that we don't have... Christian never really got his proper title reign, but so many people don't get a title reign at all. At least you can say he was world champion.
Yeah, and he had a pretty damn great feud with Randy Orton. That's hard to say, because not a lot of people have had a great feud with Randy Orton.
Mm-hmm.
So... It's good for him though. He had a great feud, probably one of the best wrestlers in the company right now. So, you know, and he was in the main event he was pretty much a main eventer on SmackDown.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people will get to be a main eventer on SmackDown. But that's the thing about SmackDown. You have your little run and then you stop and then you do something else. And that's how it's always been probably for all of them. Like, look at Sheamus. He was the world champion and then he stopped and now he's just doing this stuff with Big Show and Orton, and it's like, eh. So it just seems to be the way it goes when you win the world championship. You win your title, you have a little reign with it, and then that's it. You go back to doing what you were doing before.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens. I think we'll just see what happens with them.
I don't think it'll be anything major. I mean, we know that.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be something like in the Intercontinental Championship reign.
Speaking of people dropping titles, who do you think Dolph Ziggler will eventually drop his title to?
That's a tough one.
I got a nasty thing. It'll be Del Rio again.
That would be the worst thing ever. But I think he's gonna hold it for a while.
I think he will.
Orton. The only one I can see is Orton beating him or Sheamus. That's it.
I see Orton turning heel by then. If they
I don't think he will, man. I think everyone keeps thinking Orton's going to turn heel, but he's not.
He really wants to,
same reason for John Cena. He really wants to, but it's the same reason as John Cena.
Couldn't Orton just go, okay, I want to turn heel so much, you're not going to do it. How about I just go get myself fired by smoking a doob? I go smoke a doob and you fire me.
Ask for it. He's asked for it, man. He's asked to turn heel before, but he's not going to get it.
Yeah, I mean, Sheamus would definitely be a logical one for him to lose to. I mean, maybe if they can build up a face in the time that Ziggler's champion, that would be good to give it to him.
I think they're going to have a Money in the Bank guy take it away from him. I think whoever wins Money in the Bank is going to be the guy that takes away Ziggler's title.
That would be good.
Because that's the only way it's going to happen for them. Come on, Sheamus could defeat him or Orton. But other than that, who else is there on the roster that you're going to, besides Del Rio? Because this feud's probably just going to last a little while, probably till like the June pay-per-view. And then that's it for Del Rio. And then you'll be thinking, who's going to take it away? Because the only way that it can happen is that somehow Ziggler has a little turn as a champion, and then now you open it up for anyone who's a heel to take the title away from him.
Yeah, I still like to see Swagger get his chance.
Swagger?
Yeah.
Swagger. Well, we'll see. He still has a suspension looming, so when he gets a suspension, after a suspension, anything's game. Mm-hmm. But Daniel Bryan is another guy I can see taking the title away from Ziggler.
So Ziggler and Daniel Bryan would be great.
Yeah, so I could
Because
see
I don't see him
somehow-
I don't see him having longer with Kane, so he's got to do something.
Yeah, so I could see Daniel Bryan taking the title away from him, and you can put somehow with the AJ Lee in there. You can make it somehow interesting right there during the summer. Daniel Bryan, Ziggler, because honestly, I don't think the world title is just really not big and important to them.
Mhm.
It's not the money making storyline for them.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it'll be fine.
well, I've got some stuff to do, so I think we'll go now. We got about how much did we get? We got 45
Ow.
minutes, so that's good.
35 minutes.
But 45 minutes, I think.
Did we get my Fandangle?
We did. But yeah, I'll
Okay,
upload this
awesome.
on Friday.
Okay, don't worry. Just
Okay.
as long as everything's cool.
Alright, thanks for watching,
Alright.
guys.